On the road again, guys. Rusty 78609, and there's my Maverick, Ford Maverick 2025, Casita 2025, and we're hooked up and ready to go. I've already checked the tail lights, but I want to give you a tip. For those of you that are pulling travel trailers of any kind, doesn't matter, whenever you get the hitch on the ball here, and what you need to do, if you have an electric jack like I've got, what you need to do, once you're down on it and lock your hitch down, raise the jack up, raise it up with the hitch on the ball, and be sure that the hitch is caught, that it's on there. Let it, raise it up until it starts to lift the truck, okay? Then you know that it's on there, that it's hooked, okay? Because there's a little thing that slides up under that ball that holds the trailer to the hitch there, okay? So yeah, just double check that. Then you don't have to worry about it coming off the ball as you're driving down the highway, because sometimes if you hook up and the ball is, say, too far back here and you go over it, or vice versa, it's too far forward, whatever, sometimes it won't make a good connection and it can come off. But anyway, so just double check it, lift it up and be sure it's hooked. And then check your lights and all your stuff. And of course, I aired the tires yesterday. I've already checked the tail lights and all that stuff. So, sun's coming up, got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Let's light this candle. We're fixing to hit the road here, guys. Yeah, I got my snack there. I got my green tea and my almonds over there, and everything is good to go. Now I got to try to hook up the seat belt with one hand here, which shouldn't be too bad. Give you a good view of something in my truck you've never seen before. But yeah, we got a little fog on the windshield this morning. Not bad, because I've been sitting here. All right, we got it in drive. We take that off, turn this over here. You got all these things, screens I have to turn off. So you got one here, you got to turn it off. Then that happens, so you got to turn that off. And so we want to set, what I want to do now, go into my settings here and go into trip economy and trip 1. I want to reset that to 0. Okay, we just did that. Now we go back to this trip economy, and we want to do fuel economy. That fuel economy is this fuel economy over here. So I want to reset that one too, and hold reset. Resetting. Okay, reset complete. Now we go back. Okay, and then we got to go back here again, because I want it on the screen. I want trip 1 on the screen, and there it is. Okay, so now we'll be able to see what kind of miles per gallon we're getting. And so without further ado, let's clean the window a little bit here. All right, I cleaned that up pretty good. Now, onward, Mavericka. Be sure and bring the Casita with you. The sad part about it is I can't even see my damn driveway here. Okay, we want to go to the left, and we don't want to drag the Casita off in the ditch. Okay, we got that dead. The Casita's following me. Bump. But we're okay. So the Casita's there, straight and level. Beautiful morning, 7:55 a.m. Temperature 72 top down degrees. And we're on the road again officially. Yeah, it's a nice day, and yeah, we don't have far to go. And that's what I'm going to do, hopefully, this whole trip, no matter where I end up going, is I'm going to try to break it into, around 4-hour drives max, because that's about all I want to do. And I'm certainly not in a hurry. I have no appointments, no schedule. And my sunglasses are right there in the way. Yo, don't y'all want to look at my sunglasses? Anyway, yeah, so yeah, we're just going to do what we do, you know. We're going to enjoy our life. We're kind of going the back way out of here. Isn't that a pretty home right here? Yeah, that's right down the street. And all these pretty, see, I'm on Fairway Circle Drive. This is where all the high dollar homes are. But that mobile home was the one I bought, was put in there at a time when you could, you know, many years ago. And then, so it's grandfathered in, or whatever that means. And yeah, so yeah, they have an airport off to the left there, a little one. You could do a what do you call them? Ultralight, real easy. Yeah. Okay, and there's somebody on a golf cart. A lot of people here have a golf cart, for sure, including me. And they're absolutely in no hurry, but usually, see, this lady's going right down the middle of the street, but usually they pull over way to the right so people can get around them because they're going so damn slow. I don't know if that's an old woman or an old man, but now they're pulling off to the left. It's an old man. Yeah, when they pull off to the left, it's an old man. If they pull off to the right, it's an old woman. So, yeah, that's how you tell. But anyway, yeah, so we're just going to go test, you know, test a new thing here. The casita is still behind me. That's encouraging. And we'll get out here on Fort Clark Springs Road, or whatever they call it here, in just a second. We'll go into the sun for a couple of minutes, then we'll turn left and head to Del Rio and go to the grocery store. What does that say? Blind spot and cross traffic alert deactivated, trailer attached. I would never have guessed. This thing's got more crap, but you know, it does have a lot of, seem like, electronic reminder crap. Some of it's handy, some of it's not. But shit, I mean, if you think this thing's bad, get a Tesla. You know, I've been watching some videos on the Teslas and stuff. And yeah, I noticed that Elon Musk just bought $1 billion of his company Tesla stock. You know, that's usually a pretty damn good sign if the major owner starts stocking up. But see, you know, now you're getting in at a, well, you do you. I'm not going to talk about the stock market because I'm certainly no expert. But yeah, we're on the road again. Yeah, it's nice. We've got 9,224 miles on this thing, and on my Ford Maverick. And yeah, we're doing pretty good, actually. But we'll cruise along here for a little bit, and if I think of something really unimportant to say, I'll say it. This is Fort Clark Springs, Texas. It's an unincorporated community right across the road from an incorporated community called Brackettville, Texas. Over here, we don't have a, you know, there's no mayor, no police, no nothing. Again, it's unincorporated, but you do pay a property owners association fee of $102 a month, which gets you a few things. I mean, yeah, I think trash is included in that, trash pickup. And then the water bill comes from a separate group called, it's a MUD, a municipal utility district, and it's about $30 a month. But you won't find one any cheaper. This is a truly gated community, and it's really neat to ride around this fort in a golf cart. Of course, I've done it 100 times. But yeah, all these old buildings, and you can go in. Some of them, they got a museum and all kinds of stuff. And not many communities have that. It also has an 18-hole golf course. I mean, it's not Pebble Beach, but it ain't bad. I've played it a few times. How come I don't play it now? I just don't. I'm kind of golfed out, you know. And besides that, if I pull a muscle in my back or strain something now, it takes forever to heal. On the road again, and this is Los Mortos Creek. Whenever you cross this creek, all your sins are washed away. I don't know who came up with that, but it sounds pretty damn good, doesn't it? All right, time is 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to turn left here. It says ice and water in that building there. I don't think they have either one, to tell you the truth. Let's go, Rusty. He who hesitates is lost. See what the gas prices are here. I've already filled up, so we're good on gas. This is Brackettville, Texas on the right. Fort Clark Springs on the left. Gasoline here is $255.9 per gallon of unleaded, and diesel is $3.05. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I know, and then I'll be suffering sticker shock when I get to Alpine Fort Davis. It'll be $3.20, you know. But I guess if you're in an area where you can get it, you know. So, yeah, something else I'll mention, you know, for those of you that are thinking about the RV way of life, or maybe just started, you know, I don't want to sugarcoat it and make you think that it's easy and cheap. Well, it can be cheap, there's no doubt about that. If you own your equipment and you do a lot of boondocking, it can be very cheap, very inexpensive. And if you have some fairly reliable equipment that doesn't break down all the time, yeah. But if it broke down, you know, whatever, you know, if you weren't RVing, you still got that expense. But yeah, you can get by pretty cheap, but you still have to plan. You're still you. I'm telling you, wherever you are, you're there, you know. So yeah. Everything around you changes, you know, your environment changes, all the, you know, the temperature may change. And yeah, it took me a while to really get addicted to it, so to speak. And we're going to get this thing up to 60 miles an hour right there. Plug her in, babe. It's showing 17 miles per gallon right now, but it'll get a little better as we get on the road. Now it's like 17.12. So it's going to go up quite a bit. We should get up to 19 or 20 going west here. Del Rio's 29 miles. Sanderson's 149. Yeah, Sanderson's a little over halfway to Davis Mountain State Park, but I'm not going there today. I'm going to Seminole Canyon, which is like 75 miles from where we are right now. But on the road again, guys, it feels pretty good. Yeah, I like it. You know, I got everything put away in the RV, you know, all the bedding, all the refrigerator stuff, you know, and got the stuff in the car, got me a snack. Yeah, I got the pee jug all set up. Yeah, so we're on the road, you know. I mean, I could be gone for a week, or I could be gone for a month, or I could stay on the road for forever. You know what I mean? And, you know, one of the things that just really galls me is the fact that I think about my mail. I mean, I rarely get a piece of mail that is something that I need. You know what I mean? I get a lot of funeral home notices now and cremation services, but as far as anything really important, I haven't got any. But, you know, the old baggage from way back in the 50s, you know, when getting your mail was a big deal, you know, that's kind of carried with me, you know. But, you know, IRS will not notify you of anything by email. They will not. They don't use email. Social Security will, you know, they'll send you stuff, but IRS, no. So, yeah, if it wasn't for the IRS, I wouldn't even, well, you'd have to have a PO box. Well, you still got to have an address, a physical address, so you can get your driver's license and other things. But see, I don't get mail delivered to the physical address. I get it delivered to a PO box, and I know y'all really care about all that crap. But the point is, when you're traveling, you know, using a mail forwarding service, you know, they're a little well, they're not that costly, but it's just another pain in the butt. You know what I mean? You know, if you're somewhere and you check your forwarded mail to the forwarding service and you see that you've got something that you need sent to you because you need to respond or do something, then you got to be somewhere for several days while that mail is forwarded to a post office near where you're camping. And some post offices do not do like general delivery. So you have to be sure the post office will receive the mail and you can go pick it up. So you see, it's not all that easy. The best situation, if you've got it, and I don't, would be to have your mail forwarded to a relative, somebody you trust, and then just call them on the phone or tell them to call you if you get something that they think is important, and then have them open it. Hell, and if they've got a copy machine, make a copy, or take a picture of it and send it to you, and you can print it out and do what you got to do. That would be the ideal situation. Forwarding services, I'll tell you where they get you. If you get a package, see, they won't open it. They will not open it and tell you what's in it. So you may get an empty box, and you have it forwarded to you, and they do it FedEx, and plus they charge you $10 or something. So it ends up costing you $35 to get an empty box delivered. So just be aware of that. But a lot of people use forwarding services. Probably the best one is the Escapees setup in East Texas. You can have a Texas address, South Dakota, Florida, whatever you want, and then you're ready to go. But it takes a few steps to get it set up. But anyway, I'm just talking to pass the time now. But anyway, guys, from on the road again, we're definitely on the road, and the casita is still back there, so I guess we're okay. And the fuel economy's gone up to 18.4 now, and I'll take that all day long. I'll take, but of course I'm going 60 miles an hour, straight and level, fairly, and there's very little wind. So those are ideal conditions for towing. You get your maximum miles per gallon, and it makes it easy. But the one thing good about towing a casita with this Maverick is side winds don't bother me at all. But with a Class C and a Class B, you'll notice it. Or if you're pulling a longer travel trailer or fifth wheel, and you get a kind of a side wind that's 15 to 20 miles an hour or more, you'll feel it. And it'll keep your nerves right up on edge. But this right here, as far as towing, the overall package, this is the best setup I've ever had. There's no doubt in my mind. No, it's easy to hook up, and everything works. The tail, everything works. You don't have to jack around with anything, and you hook it up, hit the road. It's well under the maximum towing capacity. I've probably got 2,800 pounds in the total right now in casita, because I got a full tank of water, fresh water, and all my stuff. So you probably got 2,800 pounds at least, and the towing capacity is 4,000 pounds. So we got a good margin of error there, so to speak. But anyway, guys, from on the road again, headed to someplace I've never been. Does that make? Well, I've been to Seminole Canyon, but it's been years ago. But anyway, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Use the Amazon link if you're going to buy something from Amazon. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind. Of course, take deep breaths to relieve stress. But stand guard at the door of your mind and enjoy your life the best way you can, And there are no rules. There's no all that crap that we heard when we were growing up. A lot of that you can just throw out the window. Just remember, you're you. That's it. You're you. You're your own little star in the sky. So anyway, guys, enjoy your life. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.